Hey folks, welcome back to Taming the Tech. We've got another quick hit here. We're going to take a look at the Tools menu in Google Docs. That's what we're looking at this time. So the first thing as we drop our Tools menu down is spelling. And again, like most word processors, you've got a spell check, underlining errors, and you can add words to your personal dictionary. Word count, very similar, shows you exactly how many words, characters excluding spaces, and pages you've got in your document. You can also take a look at reviewing suggested edits. And we talked a couple videos back about giving people editing and commenting rights. And when they have commenting rights, they can add suggestions. So we're going to look at that really quickly. Here I have this other version of me, the duckhead, decided you replace labore with traditore, which I don't know if is even a real word, but it sure sounded fun. And I can either accept it or I can reject all of them at once or go through and accept one at a time. So if I go through and accept that one, my other text went away and the suggested edit took its place. So again, reviewing the suggestions, really handy for collaboration. The Explore tool is our next option, and the Explore tool can either be accessed here with that little icon or down in the bottom right corner of all Google documents. Google Slides, Sheets, they all have Explore buttons, and it gives you the option to search for either it'll look for things in your text. These obviously are fake words, so it's looking for, well, looking for carelessness. But if I search my docs for other things, like if I look for puppies, it will bring up three little tabs here. The first one is web results. So again, if you're doing some research, you can find websites right in here. And if I click on that information, it'll bring me to the website. If I drag it or quote it, it will put the link straight in there, and I can also quote from it. If I put the quote, it gives me a footnote number and then the link to the URL down at the bottom. So again, another little handy tool if you're going to use footnotes that direction. Obviously, images will work the same way. Drag and drop your images right into the document, which can be resized. And then this will also search your Google Drive. I apparently don't have anything about puppies in my Google Drive, but if you do, you'll be able to find the documents that way. So that's the Explore tool. I'm a big fan of using the Explore tool. Students are also will also find this tool really handy for their research as well. Looking at the dictionary, you can, as the other dictionary was, you can look up words and find definitions. You can also use the Keep notepad, which if you're not using Google Keep, you should be. Google Keep is a great note-keeping tool. I have some notes here in my own Google Keep, and basically they're little places to jot down ideas, to add images. You can, jot down thoughts as they happen. This is a great mobile app. You can collect audio notes and all sorts of good stuff. So watch for a video later about Google Keep. I'm going to run through that. But since there is now Google Docs integration, I can take my Google Keep note and again, drag that right into my document. And it kept the formatting. This was an order from Dunkin' Donuts, I think, a few weeks ago. But anyway, just make sure everybody got what they wanted. But now that's in my document. So you can add them in that way. So integration with Google Keep is really handy if you take a lot of notes. You can also translate this document. And when you translate your document, you choose a language that you want the document to be in, and what it'll do is create a brand new copy of the document. So it will not change the original. It'll create a copy and then translate it and save it in your Google Drive. Again, really handy for multilingual students or being able to collaborate with parents who maybe don't speak English fluently. Probably one of the best updates to Google Docs has been the ability to voice type. So we'll kind of take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to put my cursor down here in a spot. I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to do voice typing. The first time you click this, it is going to ask for permission to use the microphone. I've already done that, so I won't see it. But this little guy pops up, and if I click here, it's going to listen to me, and now it's going to be typing the words that I'm saying, which is a little bit creepy, but it's also a great way to have kids who maybe type slowly be able to keep up. Obviously, it helps to have a microphone. Period, new line. It'll also follow directions. Period, new line. Again, this is a fun way to experiment with typing Google Documents and just simply click on the microphone and it'll stop. Now it's done. So again, it did really well actually as it was going through. The more you use it, the more used to your voice it becomes, and the output is that much better. So again, for kids with disabilities, for kids who type slowly, for people who need to just get ideas out on paper and don't want to take the time to type, this is a fantastic tool, one that we always love telling people about. These last two options, you know, for beginners, probably aren't going to get into this. Script editor, you can actually write little programs for Google Documents, and they're often called add-ons, which we're going to look at in the next video. But this, again, script editor, you can write your own scripts. If you know JavaScript or Google Script, you can write your own little programs to go into Docs, and that's pretty fun. It takes a little bit of time. And preferences, again, the last little option here is pretty standard word processing, how what you want your settings to be like, representations and auto replacement, things like that. So again, that's kind of all personal preference, but that's the tools menu. Awesome, handy stuff. Try the voice typing. It's my favorite part. We're going to take a look at add-ons in the next video.